Well, y'all, that was a situation last night. We're about to have a very tough love conversation for the Republicans because now there is an issue. We've got to talk about it. We have plenty of data, we have plenty of observation, we have seats that are flipping that have never flipped, at least in the last 30 years. We've got a problem, and it's within our grasp to fix it. We're going to walk through the entire thing. I'm not just going to tear you down. I'm also going to tell you how we're going to fix this bad boy together. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Let's dive right into it, guys. I don't want to bury the lead on you. And I'm sorry, that was just on my, I don't want to see that guy's face. Okay, listen, you can follow me on X at Braden LOA. Honestly, I need you to do it because our influencers are too busy fighting with each other about who did what and what did what and all this stupid crap. We got to do some work, okay? Let's get into this. This is something that happened last night. Some elections struck. I'm not ever going to gaslight you openly. I'm not ever going to lie to you to carry water for one political campaign or the other. I'm going to tell you what I think is the best for the country, the best of observation of what's going on, and I'm going to provide you all the receipts to prove it and supplement my points. I will do it every single time. I do not want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that lives in actual, fact. So what we're dealing with right now is multiple elections that just flipped. The mayor of Miami, that one just flipped. A Georgia House seat, that one just flipped. You've got a lot of other things, of which I will lay the entire thing out for you, that are flipping with a very consistent, constant theme. And that theme is right around 12 to 15 points difference from prior elections. Hear me on this, and I'm going to walk you through all of it. The GOP has a problem. And the problem is not that conservatives and MAGA and Republicans are all of a sudden not politically aligned to where they were 6, 12, 8 months ago. The problem is there's a complacency issue and there's a voter enthusiasm gap. The left is motivated by absolute and total hatred on every emotional fiber of their being against Donald Trump. That tends to get people out to vote. The right is complacent because we have the House, the Senate, and the White House, and the Republicans are being a little bit lackluster and slow on their feet to act on the majorities that they gave them. In my opinion, the overall consensus is the voters in the Republican caucus and the voters of America gave the Republicans everything they wanted. What are the Republicans giving back other than their own power and paychecks? That's my own opinion. You can tell me what you guys think in the comments. But let me walk you through all the stuff here. And again, I'm going to be a little tough love on this, because if people do not wake up on this and Republicans do not pull their heads out of their own butts, they're going to lose momentum. That is a self-inflicted wound. We've got our media on the right side that was touting the fact that they're the new media. They haven't said a word about anything that's important around the midterms, around political elections. All they're doing is fighting with each other. And then you have a complacency level at the Republican voter base because they're not being given a reason to vote and animate. That's a problem. It can be fixed, but that's a problem. All right, that's the tough love section. Now let me show you what's going on. Georgia State House, 121 special, was a Trump plus 12 district. Mac Guest won by 3 percentage points. That's about 12% or about 9% different. Watch, I'm just going to keep on showing you. Florida State Senate District, 100% in. Republican wins by 20%. This was a 38%. You're seeing the exact same numbers, and I'm going to keep on going. Democrats just flipped a 22-point Republican seat. This is a left-wing account. They are salivating. As you can see, that's the same one that I just mentioned. That is a seat in Georgia. All right. Democrat decision desk headquarters. Eileen Higgins, Democrat, has defeated Emilio Gonzalez in Miami mayoral election. GOP to Dem flip. Miami has not had a Democratic mayor since the 1990s. So here's the point that I'm going to be real flat out honest with you. There is a 3-pronged problem here because we do officially have a problem now. I am not saying the country is we're not gonna win for our country. I am not saying we are gonna lose forever. I am not gonna doom and gloom you and sky is falling you. I'm going to tell you what's objectively happening and how we fix it to save our country together. I do not do the doom and gloom. I do the how are we gonna kick ass. If we get punched in the nuts, then we walk it off and then we get back in the game and fight and win. That's my mantra. I'm not gonna clickbait the shit out of you just to get you in here because of rage or anger. I'm not a leftist. That's not my thing. But what you're seeing right here is overperformances on the Democrats and underperformances on the Republicans. It comes down to a simple motivating factor. Republicans have a tendency, a historical trend, to go to sleep when they have power That is a normal thing, happens on the right and on the left, and you're seeing it now in spades. The left is hyper animated because they are under the threat of losing their democracy and hatred for Trump, and the right is complacent because we have all the power. And then the Republicans who have all that power aren't doing what they promised they were going to do. That is what you're seeing. It can all be fixed, but that's the problem. All right, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Again, I need to hear you guys in the comments on this one because honestly, there's going to be a lot of doom and glooming on this. And then on the other side of that, there's going to be a whole lot of propaganda just blasting from the right on this too. Because I'm just going to tell you what's happening. I think I owe it to you. I respect you enough to do it. I don't know. It's a respect thing to me. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Here we go. Trump overnight presidential job approval is in. Single overnight approval for last night is 53.72. He moves up 2 points today in the 5-day rolling average. All right. Here's the part where it gets fun. And again, I did all that in about 6 minutes, so I hope you guys are still here. You have to understand if Trump is going up, but the Republicans are not having turnout, that indicates a turnout problem and a GOP problem. That does not indicate a Trump problem. Okay? If Trump's numbers are going up, if the Republicans' numbers are going up overall, but people aren't turning out to vote, that means you have an enthusiasm gap problem. Hear me, Republicans, White House, GOP. You have to give people something to hold on to. You're starting to do it. I see you pivoting. I'm doing videos on you pivoting. You have to deliver. Because if you do not deliver on this, you are going to be in a situation which is exactly like 2018. And I do not want to cover nonstop ad nauseum impeachment attempts in a presidential cycle like we did in 2018 to 2019 to 2020. I do not want to do it again. You have the power to stop it. Please, for the love of God, do it. All right, let's keep on going. This is the interesting part. Ron DeSantis, and I'm probably going to save a few of these clips over here because there's some very important things we got to talk about. And it's going to be a lot today. But here's Ron DeSantis giving a very stark warning to Republicans, similar to what I'm saying to the Republicans in Florida. Not even DeSantis can save you from the blue wave coming if you don't deliver results. Make the 2026 legislative session one to remember or pack your bags. Listen to what he says right here. This is very important.
1-point state. We won by 1.5 million votes, 20 points, the biggest Republican victory ever. But we did that based on results and substance. We did it by flying under a banner of bold colors, not pale pastels. We were sticking it to the left every single day and delivering big victories. So it can be done. But I think it's like you can't go on 2024 and say, oh, well, we Republicans won this district by 10 points, so therefore we're going to win it because President Trump is the reason you won it by 10 points.
What do you say? What is the message? Because inflation is still high. So far, groceries are a little bit up. Even though they're up only 2%, inflation goes down. What would, if I said right now, give a speech to voters who are on the fence about who they should vote for, what should be the bullet points?
I think it's economy, immigration. Like, we don't talk about immigration as much as we were maybe when Biden was letting it in. The border is secure. We've stopped the influx.
All right. So what he's basically saying here, and you have to understand, and I'm gonna have a lot more coming on this stuff because this is just, God, it's horse to water. You got to tout your accomplishments. You got to live on your accomplishments. You have to go forward, and you have to be able to not only say, look what we did and we promised, but look what we're doing for you now. You have to be able to do this. It's for the American people. It's not for anybody else across the globe. It's not for any nation building. It's not for any type of war. It's not for any type of anything. It is about the American people. The person that figures that freaking crap out is the one that's going to get the power. And believing that you have all the magic in the world because you have an R behind your name is going to get you in the exact same position that the Democrats did when they thought that they had all the power in the world because they had a D behind their name. I believe that we have an amazing future. The census is totally breaking in our favor. In 2030, it's going to be a whole different world. Trust me. But right now, we're not in 2030. Right now, we're in 2025. And I've got a honest-to-God situation looking at with the media on our side infighting and the GOP not doing anything. And then we're looking at the obvious 2026 barreling at us. And we're doing this like little run circles kind of stupidity. Anyway, I told you it was going to be some tough love. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.